Open wide, come inside. Look, there's a hole in there. No bear either. Well, it did have a rusty ring. You can see the pitting there. So I have wire brushed it, and it might not be perfect because that rust is in the actual pitting side of it. But I think it'll be okay. So I think before I put the I've cleaned the thread too. I'm just now putting some brake cleaner down it to try and wash it out. I've blown it out the air compressor as well. I think when I put the gland seal in, once I get the piston in, what I'll do is I'll put some grease on this thread, and rather than using Never Seas, the only reason I say that is because the Never Seas, man, it applies a lot of restriction in the thread when you're doing shit up. So extra oomph, and it's really hard to tell if that shit is tight. But if you put a little bit of grease in here, it'll protect the threads, because you can imagine it's on the back of the machine and all the water just sits in there once it's out in the rain and whatever, and all the crap sits on there, as well the top of the wiper seal. So I think that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put we've got just some blue wheel bearing grease here, low temperature stuff. Put that in, and it's a nice film, nice clean film. Once I got it all cleaned up, and a nice clean film around here just a little bit, and then just screw it up. I think it'll be alright. So yeah, and I can't forget to remember to remove that piece of rag. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to it. Bad boy's ready to go back in. So you always check for a grub screw, or in this case it's just a dowel with an internal thread. And always mark shit, because I marked it not only to see whether I was getting any purchase on it, bit of grease, because I greased everything when I put it back together. Not so much the thread, but just the where the internal seal goes, which is just an O-ring on this one. Which really, actually, just going off topic, spare seal. Fuck knows what it's for. Probably the kit does 2 or 3 different rams, I'd say. Anyway, it wasn't the last one as well. Because yeah, I've put everything back as the way it came out, and checking for issues on the way. Anyhow, yeah, well, you can see where it's done up back to where it was. And if you're smart enough to measure it like I wasn't, then you'd know even better. But in this case, the little hole's got to line up. So always protect your chrome. Always protect your rod. Ooh. Yeah. Because you scratch that and then you fuck the whole project. So yeah. Just got to work out now. I've cleaned everything up, how to inseminate that piece into there by myself. So I don't know whether I'm going to maybe ratchet strap it to the forklift tine so I can get it the right working height for me to... Yeah, it might be an idea. Close the tines up and right working height for me to slip it in with a bit of lube. Pretend it's a night in bed. Yeah. Yeah. I'm funny. No, I think that's what I'll do. I'll ratchet strap it to the forklift, and then that way I can wiggle this around and get the piston in square. Yep. Fucking nice. If that moves on me, I'll go, hey. Alright. Peter didn't have a tripod, because this is going to either be epically good or epically bad. Open wide, come inside. Look, there's a hole in there. No bear either.